NFL on EA Sports. And we'll see Jacob Eason and the Denver Broncos taking on Justin Herbert and the Philadelphia Eagles.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Philadelphia Eagles. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game in these times?
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led by their second-year quarterback from Washington, the former Husky. It's Jacob Eason.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 12 carries, 51 yards.
And well-liked by his teammates. In fact, I got on good authority, even though I'm not an investigative reporter, that in their team meeting this week, the offensive line stood up and said, Coach, we've got to have better yardage for this guy. He's number 9 in the league. He's got to be in the top 3 before the season's over. Let's run the ball.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Williams. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Eason. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun is Eason. Throw right side, complete to Williams. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led by the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year for 2020. In his 2nd season, former Oregon Duck, Justin Herbert. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. and the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
On first down, Justin Herbert. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Davis. Second down and 3. Out of the gun, Herbert. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. The numbers for him from a week ago: 7 catches, 52 yards.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line. Herbert now. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. On 2nd and 10, Herbert. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
Like
yeah,
that?
Well, yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, grab that.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos in the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Throwing is Eason. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also,
looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again. Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Throw left side complete. That's Williams. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. Here's Herbert. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. James Lynch. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert, touchdown! T. Higgins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not great.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Here's Eason to throw.
Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down.
Now Eason.
Able to get away.
That's out to the flat for Akers.
And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. So here are the Eagles to take over. They've got the lead here as they begin this drive, trying to get that bad taste out of their mouth from the loss last week to the LA Chargers. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Staying up, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Dietrich Wise. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert, he's got Higbee complete right side. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Here's Herbert. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Davis.
And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins, and he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Ramondre Stevenson.
His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 14-0. So that drives 7 plays in length.
And it was polished off by a Ramondre Stevenson touchdown run.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
And he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. Here's a run with Akers on second down.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Eason sets to throw it.
Williams brings it in. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
They'll toss this right side to Cam Akers.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 11.
Back to throw. Eason over the middle, complete. It's Williams. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 40. Operating from the gun. Eason.
Open man is Edwards. He's got it.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Here's Eason off the play fake.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation, because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Eason.
He'll dump this off to Akers.
And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
A field goal try forthcoming now for the Broncos. This from 54 yards away. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession.
And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. And sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. Two of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
7 yards, the pickup there.
From the 31, Herbert caught right side, Davis.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Herbert's throw caught by Higgins.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Herbert throwing again. Over the middle, it's complete. Touchdown, Eagles. Tyler Higbee. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. First and 10, Eason.
Caught on the right side by Jones. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
They'll throw on first down with Eason.
Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Eason's throw complete here to Waller. 5 yards remain on second down.
Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. To throw again on second down.
Eason. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Eagles will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball, because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. On On first down, it's Herbert. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. 7 yards, the pickup there. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll start by heading out west to Glendale, Arizona. And it's the Cardinals who have the lead as they play the second quarter. 2 touchdown passes there for Lamar Jackson. From there, we head east to check out the Jets at home at MetLife Stadium. And they were winners in their ball game over the visiting Buffalo Bills. Trey Lance, strong in the victory as it pushes his guys back above the 500 mark on the year. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world. See what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And they were winners in that ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. James Conner, a touchdown run in the victory. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race. Very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. Taken at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
From the 29, Herbert. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Dante Fowler in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing second and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
Throwing on second and long. Eason got his man. It's Williams. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Back to throw. Eason. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Fourth down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And Folk's kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Eagles offense back out, getting set for this next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
4 yards remain for second down.
A shotgun snap for Herbert.
They'll find Dobbins out of the backfield.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
On 1st and 10, Herbert out of his hands quickly to Higgins.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
A throw over the middle taken in. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
On second down, a run with Dobbins.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
56 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Letting one go deep for the end zone.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
They'll try the draw here with Dobbins.
Ooh, the juke. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. Man open left side, it's Williams. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
They'll run with Dobbins.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles.
J.K. Dobbins
with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Elliott on for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all.
And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Denver's offense now set to go.
They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Eason.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun.
Got his man complete over the middle.
That's Williams. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Eason.
And Waller taking it in over the middle. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. On 2nd down, Akers. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
They'll run this with Akers.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw. Eason.
Throw right side into the hands of the tight end Long.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short.
But they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Looking to throw. Eason able to find Waller. That's complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. From the gun is Eason.
That's complete to his tight end, Waller. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but more.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we're usually talking about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Eason over the middle, complete. That's Williams. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Back to throw. Eason. He completes it to Jones. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. So a tug on the face mask, and that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And sometimes it'll go unnoticed, but that one, pretty obvious for everyone to see.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. On the handoff, it's Akers. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. To throw on 2nd and 6, Eason. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And the Broncos are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. That's a big letdown defensively. They had him stop behind the line, but the face mask going to bail the offense out.
And the hand does not have to be up there for too long. Just a little bit of a grab is going to be enough to get the call and the 15 yards against them.
Looking to throw. Eason. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Fletcher Cox has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Here's Penny. A little juke, and he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The defense may be content to give him 9 there as it brings up 4th and goal.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They're going on 4th down. Here's Eason. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And the Eagles defense able to hold. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you, because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we're going to get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Now it's Herbert. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. That second down play nets a -4.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
On third down, here's Stevenson.
And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
Well, they got off the field on third down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10.
On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the 4th now at SoFi Stadium.
Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they indeed win, it would be win number 9 on the season.
On first down, Jacob Eason throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Throwing is Eason. They'll set up the screen here to Akers.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The Broncos on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Eason.
Looking underneath, he's got Akers.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Back to throw again. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Here's Eason to throw.
He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
Now Eason. And this will be caught by Edwards.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
From the 17, Eason.
Throw left side to Reynolds.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. They'll look to throw again.
He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield.
Touchdown, Broncos.
Cam Akers,
his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Broncos are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Folk connects on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On first down, Dobbins. And some room to maneuver. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Eagles look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. That run going to put him over 100 yards now for the ball game as well.
Yeah, he's really had his way so far, and that's just more of the same right here. All he needs, just a little crease, and off he goes.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Well, I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Here's Mike Williams now as his guys head back out to go on offense. All right, so let's look at these numbers. I don't want to read the tea leaves here too much, but maybe he's in his own head a little bit after that hot start and the cool off.
Sometimes that happens, and this is where you get tested as a player in this league if you truly want to be an impact player or a star, because that's what they're going to face each and every game. Extra coverage, extra people. So now, do you fight through it? Do you find other ways? Or do you allow it to affect you to the point where you're no longer an impact on the game? You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman.
Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
On 1st and 10, Eason.
Short throw going to be caught by Waller.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
They'll run a draw now with Akers.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Throwing on 1st down. Eason caught by Jones. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. On 1st down, Eason. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Eason.
That's into the hands of Akers, complete.
Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Eason sets to throw it.
The left side completion to Jones.
And he will have a Broncos first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, everyone, as we say so long from Denver.